What's up, guys? Nostal-Gi-Oh here, back with another Master Duel video today. And you guys know Baron is out. Baron de Fleur is out finally. This card right here, Baron de Fleur. And this card is pretty crazy. If you have not already seen, I did make a video on this card in the 10 Synchro archetype the other day. It's really good. The deck is really good. I'll put that right up there. You click on that and watch that video if you want. It's just another deck that I think Baron can be utilized really well in. Here is another deck that I think Baron can be utilized really well in, and of course it is a little unfortunate we don't have Cupid Pitch, because then the Auroradon combos and how combos with this deck would be crazy, and it makes it a lot better. But hey, without it, you can still set up the Scythe combo with Baron and Beatrice very easily. It only takes essentially a rank 6, which is very easily doable for this deck, as well as a level 3 and Chuchi, or 2 level 3 non-tuners. Yeah. Or a level 6 non-tuner and a level 3 monster on the field with Destrudo. I'll explain the combo. And of course the combo is at the end of the video. So, if you want to go check that out, that's right there at the end of the video. I'll post a combo video of it. And then we'll make a more simplified combo of the same combo later, with less cards and 0 interruptions. I also did this combo through Lancia yesterday, which is like wild. But I didn't save that replay. I don't know. I'm dumb. I can probably find it. But yeah, still, pretty crazy. Anyway, deck profile. Let's go ahead and do the deck profile, and then we'll just show the combo off. The deck's not very different from, how it performed before, and we're still playing like True King and stuff because, you can't always do both you don't do both combos, but there's, sometimes when you like end up doing the other combo, and it's worth it, and the extra X space not do too tight on this. In this, there's a couple cards that I would like to play, like Gaia Charger, maybe like another rank 3 that is useful. But I like this build. I think this is a very solid build. And I'd like to play 40 cards in the main deck, but I don't know what to cut. I could cut the Gamma package and then play, put back in the Feather Duster and whatever the other card was that I cut, for the Destrudo Scythe, but I like how it works right here, and I think 41's fine. Anyway, into the deck profile, the actual deck profile. So, hand traps first. We play the triple Ash, triple Max C, double Gamma, and 1 Driver. 9 cards there for that engine. I'd like to play 1 Ghost Ogre as well, so that Teleport can answer like Appaloozas and stuff. But for now, I think this is fine. Maybe that's what I would do. I would actually just cut the 2 Gammas and the 1 Driver, put back in the Feather Duster, and then put in a Ghost Ogre. That could be cool. That's an idea. But for now, I feel like this list is really good. So yeah, that's the hand traps. They all make sense. Maxi is broken. Ash is very good for outing Max C, and then Gamma is actually just really good in this deck. You start without committing a monster to the board a lot of the time, and a lot of people will just like Ash your Lulu, and then you Gamma, and then it's really powerful. And I would like to play the guy in the extra deck, the Omega. That would be pretty good. But it doesn't come up that frequently, I imagine, because also this level 6 can warrant, it's half the requirement for like Beatrice and stuff, so that's kind of better. You just leave Gamma on the field just chilling. So yeah. Anyway, that's the hand traps. Into the actual virtual world cards, nothing here is going to be out of the ordinary. 2 Yan Yan. 2 is fine. You're playing Desire, so you don't want to like banish both of them. But you don't need 3. 3 would be Clog City. It'd be too many, and 1 is not enough with the Desires. And then triple Lulu, triple Gigi, triple Lao Lao, triple Lily. You guys love the names. Everybody loves it when I say these names. I hate it. I hate saying virtual world, deck profile, and stuff. 3 Lily, 3 Lao Lao. Like it's so goofy sounding. But yeah, you just you play 3 of all of the actual virtual world cards, the ones that actually do something. Just to, you want to see as many in your hand as possible, to be honest, with, accompanied by like 1 card that stops Max C. That's really what you want to see, all of your hands being. Then next we played the last 2 monsters that we played were the 2 like technically bricks. So 1 Scythe and 1 Destrudo. But to be honest, these cards are like fine to draw because they make it so you don't have to make the Beatrice. If you draw Scythe, you still have to make Beatrice to send Destrudo. But if you actually, you have to make Beatrice either way, because you have to have both. You have to have access to both, because you have to make Destrudo to make Baron, and then you have to send the Beatrice. So never mind what I said. Either one, you have to do still full combo. So it's unfortunate to draw either one. So yeah, they're the two bricks, Destrudo and Scythe. But they're you know, very strong, very capable cards to make the very capable board of Scythe. And a lot of the time you can do Scythe essentially through droplets because you have Chuchi live, and unless they send a trap, you just pop your own Scythe, and then they can't negate your Scythe anymore. And it's pretty dumb. Every time that the Scythe has hit board so far, my opponent has not been able to win, and they scooped. Same with True King. They still just, you know, it's very difficult to beat both those things. So, yeah, those cards are really good. That is the monsters. Let's look at the spells. Triple Desires. Desires is crazy. I mean, you know, it's a little unfortunate if you hit either of these, but then you just make True King, and then you're like, whatever. So, I definitely don't think you need to cut this card still. This card's insane, man. I wouldn't want to cut it for these cards. Like, this card's insane. If you hit these, you just do the you know, the VFT combo. It's whatever. Then we played Triple Kowloon, Triple Qinglong. I don't think you should take away any of those cards. They're just so powerful. You need to see them. Yeah, definitely don't cut down on any of those cards. 2 E-Telly, this card's just really powerful, you know, gives us a free monster. It can be a tuner, it can be a non-tuner. It's just a good card. It's really good, you know, pretty staple in the virtual world deck. Then we played 2 Called By. This is just, you know, helps us get our combo off, you know, going first game 1. It's very good. 2 Chuchi and 1 Shanwu. I like Shanwu. It helps us play through Nibiru sometimes. It's also just a good extender. And a lot of the time you go through all of your spells and traps that are like worth sending and stuff, and you already have a Qinglong, a second Qinglong for follow-up for the next turn. And the Shanwu is good. If you see a lot of names, the Shanwu comes up a lot of the time. But it's just like a free reborn, which is like pretty crazy. And it's not free because you have to discard, but the discards that you discard most of the time are pretty free. You know, you draw Qinglongs, you draw Nyan Nyan, you have Driver in your hand, you have a Dead Gamma. There's just so many Dead Desires that you already activated, and you already have a set, a spell or trap to set for Altamaya. The list goes on. I think the card's good. It's worth playing. Next we have the extra deck. Stardust Charge and Coral are level 6 synchros. And then the Juju, that is pretty necessary sometimes. If you don't have another thing to continue playing with, you need to synchro, summon a 6, and then you still need to have a virtual world monster on board to go into like Lao Lao plays or anything from there. It just makes sense. You need the card. It comes up sometimes, and it's good removal, and it's hard to remove sometimes. So this card's just really good. Crystal Wing for Altamaya. These cards are just like really powerful. Depending on how like insane your hand is, you can make this before you actually do your actual play. Excuse me. A lot of the time you can still put up VFD or the Scythe play through the Crystal Wing, or like after you make Crystal Wing, which is pretty crazy. And it just protects you from Nibiru. It protects you from a lot of stuff. Card's just insane. Next we played the Cloud Castle. This just helps us make VFD. This is typically just with the Shen Shen play. You make the Shen Shen and then lower its level by 3 with Chuchi, and then synchro summon into the Cloud Castle, and then bring back the VFD. Or bring back the Shen Shen and make VFD. It's just a lower requirement play that comes up all the time, so it's definitely worth playing. Then we have the Krakow Dragon. This guy's pretty good with Shen Shen. If you do see here, I did cut the Gotems. I like Gotems still, but I had to cut a card for Baron to make the Scythe combo work, so that was the card we cut. I think Krakow Dragon comes up more because make Krakow Dragon plus Shen Shen is a little bit better than Gotems, make Cloud Castle most of the time. That play was really strong if they did do a hand trap, and then you could still make VFD through it, making them, you know, probably hit the droplets. They only get 4 cards to play through VFD the next turn. It's pretty difficult. That play is really good, but I still think the Krakow Dragon is probably better. But, you know, the Gotems probably comes up sometimes. But it's, you know, if you have the resources to make 2 level 9 synchros and then overlay into the VFD, make this to draw a card, and the Shen Shen is a little bit better than doing the Shen Shen Cloud Castle play if you have the resources to do it. And Gotems, so it was really Gotems or Krakow. I just opted to keep the Krakow. Card's cool. Next we have the Baron de Fleur. This card's really crazy. It's, you know, the big reason, the big necessity for the Scythe combo. You have to make Beatrice to send Destrudo to make the Baron, to then on their standby phase, or on their draw phase, Beatrice sends Scythe, and then on their standby, bounce back Baron, bring out the Scythe. It's pretty good. I mean, it's really good, right? It's really good. Zolkin for the Zolkin combo. The one rank 3 that I played was Break Sword. I just like this card. You know, Scrap Dragon. It can also become Zeus, which is pretty good. It just has a lot of really useful things that comes up, and sometimes when you brick, you can only make a rank 3, and your hand's really weird. You have like E-Telly, Nyan Nyan or something, you can only do one play instead of going for a draw. Say you have Quinglong in your hand, you can activate Quinglong and then pop both, and then you have a pop plus an extend into your Quinglong. It comes up sometimes like that, but it's also just removal on a 2k body that can become Zeus. Just a good card. Next, we played the M7. This card's really good because a lot of the time, like when you're in a simplified game state, add back a hand trap and then make Zeus. It's really, really difficult for your opponent to out that, especially if they're top decking. It's pretty much game. Ash Zeus is pretty much game to top deck. Like, how can you top deck out of that unless you have a very lit graveyard? So, yeah, M7 is really good. It's also removal. It's also add back, a Lulu or something on your turn and then start doing combos. So this card's just insane. Beatrice, it's needed for the artifact Scythe combo, you guys know. Fan, this card is incredible removal. I'm not playing the Gaia Charger to make it into a 2-material Zeus afterwards, but you can still overlay Zeus, and then if a card is destroyed on the field, you can equip from your deck, which is good. With Zeus, like a lot of people don't really know about that effect with Zeus, or I think everybody knows about it by now, but not everybody utilizes it. And it's pretty good. It does come up for sure. But Fan being like essentially an Ice Dragon Prison on legs is pretty good. Like it comes up a lot. It's really strong. And VFD, you know what else you want me to say? VFD is a really good play that you go. You know, the deck now has 2 routes. You can VFD or you can Scythe. Both are gross. I mean, like absolutely insane. Scythe sometimes is worse against like the Eldritch matchups and stuff like that. But in those matchups, True King isn't even all that good anyway. So you know, both plays are like subpar against those decks. Anyway, then we play Zeus. This card is actually insane. Like, it's very, very powerful. It's super free to make on top of the M7. You can make it on the Beatrice. You can make it on the Breaksword. Anything like that. It's just really, really strong. It's good stuff. Anyway, that is really all I have for the deck profile portion. Let's go ahead and show you guys my replay that I have from yesterday. I had a really good game where we made the Scythe play, and it was bad. It was actually bad. I don't remember which one of these it is. I think I recorded 2. I think it's this one, because I'm pretty sure the other one is just like making VFD through 2 hand traps. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. That was just like an all gas hand going first. So yeah, let's get into this. I think this is the Scythe hand. Yeah, it is, because it was like a weird hand. This hand seems like kind of weird, but it's really good. You know, we have a lot of gas and 2 called buys, which is like kind of crazy. I think this is the one that I play through an Ash and still make the Scythe play. Might be wrong. This could even just be the entirely incorrect play, but oh well. Anyway, let's get into this. So I go Italy out in Yan Yan, and then we go Lili, send Quinglong, and the Chuchi. Now Quinglong is going to banish itself, getting us the Lao Lao, and then discarding the Quinglong. And we're going to activate Lao Lao. So this was kind of weird. A kind of weird route, but it all comes full circle. So now we send the Sean Wu. Now we have an additional, Monster Reborn, which is cool. I think I misstaked this play. Like, I made this play. I went through a really weird, bad route with this play, but we still make Scythe happen, which is pretty crazy. So then we're going to utilize those two, make Lili and Lao Lao together to get us a Beatrice. Beatrice is then going to go ahead and send the that guy, Destrudo. Destrudo is going to special summon out, targeting the Nyan Nyan, becoming a level 4 because it loses the level of the guy. So it goes down to a level 4. And then we're going to banish Chuchi, adding the level to the Nyan Nyan. And now we have a level 10 Synchro. We're going to make the Baron de Fleur, which is pretty good. Now we have an Omni Negate. We go ahead and set the double called by and then pass. Now on their turn, on their draw phase here, so make sure to turn toggle on. Pretty imperative here, because this can only activate in the standby phase, and this already has to have sent the thing. So you go Beatrice, go ahead and send the Scythe, and then standby phase moves, it prompts the Baron effect, and we activate it, bring out the Scythe. Now we have Scythe lock. Very strong. Now this, obviously, you know, this is not through droplets. My opponent droplets my board, I probably lose, right? Unless the called buys are really powerful. But this does stop a couple things. The called buys do help against DD Crow. It could help against the Ghost Bell on the Baron. It could help against the Ghost Ogre on the Baron. Now, also Baron could just negate those effects, but still, very cool. Very cool, Kanye. We go ahead and Scythe. My opponent looks at his hand, and he scoops. Scythe play in Virtual World, everybody. Very strong. That is really all I have for the video today. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any input on the deck itself, obviously this combo is a little wild, and we went a kind of weird route to do it. On this but this was like a base combo, like a very, very low needed combo to be able to Scythe. Like, I think we could probably get to VFD on this with this board, but it'd be kind of weird if we wanted to go Lulu instead of Lao Lao. We wouldn't be able to search a monster because the only target we could Lulu onto was a monster, and also so then we could only get like the spell and trap, and we already searched with Queen Long. So I don't know if we could have made VFD with this board or with the cards we had access to. Probably could have, but Scythe is really powerful as well. Anyway, that is it for the video actually this time. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. It makes a big difference. It really does. And then also, you guys know I have the TCG affiliate link in the description down below if you guys, want to directly support the channel. Costs you no extras. Click on that, shop, check out, and boom. It's a good day. Have a good day. Goodbye.